Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Valoria goes left. Valoria flips it up and in!
Corner Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire.
Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets the goal! No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto with the putback!
After playing neutral venues earlier this season, the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers will finally have the opportunity to play at home in the all-new Inares Center 2 in Montalban, Rizal, as we take on the final game of our Tuesday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Marco Balagtas, the best player in their last game against the Sarangani Gripper, will be looking to lead this team again anew against Inocomboy and the Mindoro Tamaraos, who are trying to bounce back after a loss to the San Juan Knights in their last game. Once again, it's the Mindoro Tamaraos going up against the home squad, the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga kaliga. This is still Javi Palanya on the call, joined by Coach Mike Perez. And Coach Mike, itong Mindoro, this is a strong team, Coach. You look at the roster, up and down, a lot of veterans, also some good young guys. Pero up and down rin ang kanilang performance this season.
Yeah, and it really is just a matter of closing out games real strong. They've lost really close games, and so kailangan lang maging consistent hanggang sa dulo ng bawat laro.
We also have Ms. Sydney Crespo at courtside. We'll be hearing from her later on. Mapapanood nyo ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino on our Facebook and YouTube channels, as well as on Solar Sports beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Let's take a look at the team standings sa ating Southern Division.
Well, kanina nanalo ang Davao at Muntinlupa Cagers. They now have a win to show. Samantalang dito sa game na to, is the Golden Coolers really putting that 4-0 slate on the line against the Tamaraos. The Tamaraos hoping to get their second win. And samantalang ito namang Golden Coolers want to keep a clean slate ending this game.
Well, yung Mindoro, sinabi ko na nga kanina, they lost to the San Juan Knights in their last game, but it was only a 5-point loss. And they played well also in that game, Coach, only to have problems in the end game again.
Yeah, they really were outscored in the payoff period, 13-23, and the lead would dwindle down to just 3 points with 41 seconds left. Wendell Comboy and Jonas Tibayan actually spearheaded that Tamaraos run, but crucial basket by Jexter Marquez really put that game away in favor for the San Juan Knights. Comboy had 18 points, Jonas Tibayan had 14, RJ Ramirez had 12 markers. They did shoot the ball fairly well. They did great from the 3 points, but just too many free throws awarded to the San Juan Knights, and just more efficient shooting from the field, as they are a -10 on free throw makes and a -8 on points in the paint.
Well, they also missed 7 free throws. That could have been those points that could have got them over the hump against the San Juan Knights. While the Mindoro Tamaraos have lost their last game, itong Rizal Golden Coolers continue to win at the start of the season. 4 straight victories for the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers to begin the year. They are atop the Southern Division, as we saw earlier sa ating team standings. And this team of Coach Ralph Rivera continues to hum.
And that win against Sarangani really was just very overwhelming. I mean, 5 players scored in double digits. Marco had 21, Eric Campson had 16 points and 13 rebounds, Naive had 12, Alwin Alday had 10, and Kobe Davis had 10 points. Huge help from the bench, 48 points from the bench, led by Naive Davis and Mike Cañete, and really just overpowered that game against Sarangani.
And samantalang itong Rizal, malakas na nga sila ngayon. They're doing well. John Aposible will also be coming back to the lineup in today's game. So let's get the show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Rizal versus Mindoro for our final game here at Inares Center. Let's go to Richard Tampos.
Friends, tonight we have Mindoro versus your Rizal at the Inares Center, Montalban, Rizal, for Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting lineups. First, for Mindoro, Tamaraos. At forward number 27, Jonas Tibayan. Also at forward number 17, Joseph Sedoripa. At guard number 3, Ino Comboy. Point guard number 5, Axel Inigo. Center number 6, Bam Bam Kamalinda. The head coach is Rodney Santos. Assistant coaches Ernest Alao, John Periols, AJ File, Robert De La Rosa, and JC Libunao. Assistant team manager Ray Alao, team manager Sandra Norte. The team owner is Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz. And now for your Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. At forward number 6, Neil Geyser Tolentino. Playing center number 13, Eric Camson. Power forward number 28, Marco Paulo Balagtas. Point guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. Two guard number 17, Alwin Alday. The head coach is Ralph Rivera. His assistants are Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, and Mario Gotera. The team manager Joel Conde, team governor Sandra Cruz, team owners.
Our starters in this game brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. OneXBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet. Rizal defending their home floor for the first time this season. They will go with Keanu Caballero and Alwin Alday in the backcourt, Eric Camson, Marco Balagtas, and Neil Tolentino in the front line. Mindoro has Axel Inigo, Ino Comboy, Bam Bam Gamalinda, Jonas Tibayan, Joseph Sedorifa, and Axel Inigo to start this game. The ball goes to the Golden Coolers.
Well, Rizal tweaking their starting five a little bit, inserting itong si Neil Tolentino in lieu of Pili, who started it in their last game. Maybe for defensive purposes here.
Camson goes for the jumper that was short and tried to bait Gamalinda into that fake to the baseline. Tamaraos currently at 1-4 this season, going up against the 4-0 Rizal Golden Coolers. Sedoripa, bounce pass inside. Tibayan could not finish. Tolentino pushing. Inigo steals it.
A little bit erratic on that last sequence there.
Inigo from way downtown, that's short. Gamalinda goes to Sedoripa. Sedoripa, no looks to Tibayan. Inigo goes inside, floater on the way. First points on the board belongs to Axel Inigo.
And a good floater against that defense. First blood here drawn by Mindoro.
Oh, Marco Balagtas getting away there. It's scoring on the first basket for Rizal. Trying to pick up from where he left off in that last game.
Right. And Marco Balagtas so far averaging roughly about 11 points per game. To go with the 7 rebounds and 2 assists.
Sedorifa really testing the mettle of the defense of Alwin Alday early here in this game. But Alday forces the stop. Alday bringing down the basketball. One-hander, no good.
Pero kita mo kagad itong Rizal on both occasions getting the quick shots that's available. Not, rotating that ball really just to go in there and see what the defense has. If you think you can score over it, then go for it.
Well, that's turnover committed there by Mindoro. Gamalinda could not handle the pass from Tibayan. Camson has been spectacular here in his first season in the MPBL. Against Jonas Tibayan now.
Oh, man.
Comes Son. Goes up. Nope. Tolentino skies for that rebound. Puts it up and in.
And when you have Eric Camson on the low block, you feel that level of comfort, no? Yung kalmado ba na he's very patient, understands where the next layer would be in the offense.
Tibayan hands it off. Axel Inigo over Eric Camson. Could not shoot. Sedoripa over the smaller Caballero. Wala pa rin, but Tibayan is there to clean up the mess.
And that's one area they might want to work on, offensive reboundings and putback, especially if you draw the bigger guys outside.
Tibayan had 14 points against the San Juan Knights. Caballero now spins, gives it up to Camson behind the arc. Eric Camson could not hit from downtown. And there's a foul against the Tamaraws. I believe Gamalinda will be called for it.
And Eric Camson has really, given new dimension to the way that the Rizal team is really playing. As you see that offensive putback, and earlier by Tolentino and now by Jonas Tibayan.
Balagtas, baseline shot, no good. Gets his own miss. Second serving, wala pa rin. Third serving,
Oh, wow.
that's Eric Camson this time for Rizal.
Grabe, tatlong offensive rebounds kaagad yun para dito sa Rizal. Last season, they were averaging 13 offensive rebounds per game. This season, so far, of the games they played, they have 16 per game. So those three, really credits to how the bigs have patrolled the offensive rebounds.
Kongboy missing from downtown. Alday forward to Tolentino. Has Ino in front of him, and Tolentino finishes on the break.
Off to a hot start, Tolentino.
You see it on his face. Is that game face of his really showing a lot of spunk and attitude.
Yep.
Gamalinda maneuvering his way past Balagtas but could not finish at the basket. Caballero.
Post up again.
This time it's Balagtas guarded by Tibayan. Alday off two screens. Alvin Alday could not finish over Gamalinda. That's going to be last touch against the Mindoro Tamaraws. This is our fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme Air Conditioners. Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-time air conditioners.
And Tolentino really just staying active on that side of the floor. Just always a bundle of energy. Keanu right here, straight on three.
Making this a 7-point lead here for the Golden Coolers, 11-4 as we approach the halfway point of our first quarter. Ray Brenes is in the game for the first time. Could not hit.
And because of this new talent na pinasok Javi nitong Rizal, like Caballero and all the other guys, Pili, they've really shored up yung three-point attack nila. Matter of fact, they're number one right now in attempts and they're making roughly about 11 three-pointers per game. Alvin Alday will miss.
They had 15 in their last game against Sarangani.
That's right.
And Sarangani usually is a good three-point shooting team. They only managed to get 2 3-point shots in 13 attempts.
Exactly.
Camson collars a rebound. Saan na rin na magbababa dito. He will get it into their offense. Balagtas was not ready for a pass. Caballero right now gets a screen from Marco. Caballero has Bienes on him. The steal by Bienes. Inigo picks it up. 2 on 3. Sedorifa off the glass. No. The tap goes to Marco. Balagtas loses it. And Bienes crashes into Alvin Alday. That's going to be a foul. Laban sa Rizal. Alday is the one called for it.
And that might be just your best chance against the Golden Coolers.
This is our 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
I was going to say, Javi, that might just be your best opportunity against the Golden Coolers to try and attack them every time that they're on scramble defense. Offensive foul right there of the screen by Jonas Tibayan.
That's going to be number 1 on Jonas Tibayan. Tolentino is just so good at selling those kinds of calls.
Oh, yeah.
But there was indeed an extension, the backside of Jonas Tibayan that meted that offensive foul laban sa kanya. No high-low play. Tolentino asking for it.
Solo
Instead,
side.
Camson wants it on the right side. Camson sees Tolentino cutting inside. Ball is loose. Rizal still has it. Camson has to take it. That one's long. Sedorifa taps it to himself.
In both shot attempts for Eric Camson, had a good line. And the convoy right now.
Step back, three-pointer. Off the heel, Tibayan gets hit there by Camson.
Ganda na pinapakitang sipag ni Jonas Tibayan against Eric Camson right here. The rebounds that he's securing for the Tamaraws could prove in the end very vital for them. After all, we talked about them really just being consistent all game long.
Tibayan, I've mentioned this already in their previous games. That yung kanyang stint sa Quezon City just really helped him to prepare for these upcoming games. As we'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Dahil yung sipag na yan, talagang yan ang gustong makita ni Coach Egay Macaraya nung time nila sa QC.
Yeah. Tsaka nagiging automatic na sa kanya yung sipag niya. You don't have to demand it from him anymore. He really just continues to be ready.
Well, he feels that this responsibility being given to him by Coach Rodney Santos is something that he has to return.
And rightfully so.
A steal by Sedorifa. He has Inigo ahead of him. Axel gets it off the glass.
And so far, this battle of 2 point guards being won here by Axel Inigo. Good passing up, interference on that passing lane earlier by Sedorifa.
Oh, these are actually two former teammates, two former Pasay Voyagers. Keanu Caballero and Axel Inigo. Recycle here for the Golden Coolers. Naive from the outside. Off the back of the rim. Sedorifa pushing. Inigo again on the left side. Axel Inigo, back-to-back baskets.
And the baskets that they've made is when they catch Rizal scrambling defensively. And so if you have to push that pace so that that defense is not set up, then why not?
11-9 is the count. Rizal to extend the lead. Caballero from downtown.
And Caballero's got something to say about that. You talked about this point guard battle. That's my second three-pointer for the game here.
14-9, back to a 5-point lead. Vienes.
No high-low.
Sedorifa meets the rock. Sedorifa pulls back a bit. 7 on the shot clock. Naive, an aggressive defender, forced Sedorifa to give it up. Inigo from downtown, wala yan.
That's the challenge. If you have that defense set up well, para dito sa Golden Coolers, you see how they play almost like on a string. Everybody keeps being attached. And every time a teammate gets beat, there's always that peel-off help defender that's going to cover for him.
Check out our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sedorifa making an excellent bounce pass there to Axel Inigo. A reversal of roles for the two Mindoro Tamaraws. Mark Jason Perez in the game for the first time for Coach Rodney Santos, as well as RJ Ramirez and Ethan Galang. Mr. Slow-Mo, Michael Cañete, getting it from the outside.
In the last season, the Golden Coolers have been primarily dependent on Alwin Alday. Now, his numbers are a little bit down only because you've got other scorers like Camson and Cañete helping out. Even Robbie Naive is helping out real good in the point production here for the Golden Coolers.
Oh, there's a foul against Rizal. I think it's going to go against Cañete. No, the foul is against Jonas Tibayan. Naive leaving it there para kay Michael Cañete. First year with Rizal this season. Cañete is averaging 14.3 points, 9 rebounds, and almost 2 assists per contest for the Golden Coolers this year in 4 games. Two former foes in the high school ranks, Jerry Pingoy and John Apacible, have now checked in.
And what's even impressive are the numbers of Cañete you must mention. He's shooting roughly 53% total from the field and 46% from three. So, you know, yung additional na yun na normally numbers ni Alvin Alday last season, yung sinishare niya sa iba. And it, relieves a lot of the pressure defensively on an Alvin Alday.
Penalty na dito ang Mindoro. A minute and 11 remaining here in the first quarter. Naive missing on the first free throw. Eric Pili has also checked in here para sa Rizal.
Now that's one other guy that can definitely score but hasn't caught a really good rhythm for the Golden Coolers. And if he does, there's gonna be more challenges for the other teams that they go up against.
Coach Rodney Santos will burn a timeout here. His team down by 9 points.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Coach Ralph Rivera and the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers will be playing the Ambra Weavers on April 7. The Caloocan Batang Kankalu a week after. And then the San Juan Knights on April 24. Quite a tough schedule ahead for these Coolers.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure by now, since everybody's seen how they play, makakalaban mo ang Rizal Golden Coolers, sigurado maghahanda ka.
Check out the special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer from the MPBL's title sponsor this year, 1xBet. Perez from the outside, blocked there by Cañete. He gets it back. And two guys fighting for it underneath, Marilao and Pili in a battle for possession. It looks like it's going to be a double foul between Marilao and Eric Pili.
And believe ko talaga, despite that foul, you saw all those closeouts and the rotation defensively by the Golden Coolers. You're just amazed at how continuously they've been very aggressive on the defensive side.
At mapaputukan ng shot clock violation ang Mindoro Tamaraws. They did not realize there were only a few seconds left on that 24.
Pero alam mo, may pyesa tong Mindoro, you know? You see Bienes, you see Ethan Calang, Danny Marilao, RJ Ramirez. These guys can, play with the Golden Coolers.
It's Rizal's turns here to set up their offense. Naive gets the step on the defense, could not finish. Ramirez trying to outrun a posible here. John's right there with him. They go to the corner. Perez inside to Marilao. Loses it. Pili to Cañete. Back to Eric. Pili back to Mike. Cañete will score. 8 seconds left. 20-9 is the count. Bienes loses it. Naive almost forcing a turnover there. 0.8 of a second remaining here in quarter number 1.
And grabe talaga yung rotation sa depensa rin ng Golden Coolers. It's 9 points here for Mindoro with 0.8 left.
Bienes has to take it. And that's off the mark, only hitting the backboard there. 10 minutes in the books. Rizal making a good account of themselves as per usual here in the first quarter. Eric Camson and Neil Tolentino being very aggressive to start this game. Sedoripa made a few good bounce passes to Axel Inigo in that first quarter. Inigo finished with 6 points after the first 10 minutes. Caballero, di rin naman siya nagpahuli dito kay Axel Inigo, knocking down a few shots himself. And that's why Rizal is up 20-9 at the end of 1.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%
100% paglilingkod. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Welcome back to the MPBL. Since last season, Coach Ralph has been very humble about his wins and achievements with Rizal. But today I asked him, imposibleng chamba na lang ito, Coach. Coach Ralph described that it was the hard work of his players and their ability to stay grounded despite big wins, upsets, or a viral game-winning buzzer-beater half-court shot. One of the things that they need to sustain now, though, is to make sure that they're neither too high nor too low. Now, he knows that Mindoro is also equipped with talented guards, and so he is relying on his developing defenders tulad nila Neil Tolentino at Naive na may pinapatunayan daw sa kanilang last few games. Good thing about Coach Ralph's guys, they are very clear with their roles. Happy, Coach Mike?
Kaya naman talagang importante. Maraming salamat, Sid. Nice support there coming from the sidelines. Naive has been one of the more prouder additions of Coach Ralph Rivera this season, as mentioned by Sid. And talk to us, Coach, about his contribution so far for Rizal this season.
Well, Robbie Naive, if you talk about, as you see another basket right there by Cañete, Robbie Naive, his help really has come from not just from points, really more on assist. Yung last season, sila very highly dependent sila kay Coco Pinggoy pagdating sa assist. But now, you've got Naive as well as Caballero really trying to help out in that department while hindi rin naman nagbabago yung assist contributions nitong si Coco Pinggoy.
At kaya naman si Ethan Galang trying to help Mindoro out of this hole. Pinggoy being called for that personal foul. Going backdoor there were the Tamaraos, and Galang got caught between two defenders.
Pero again, babalikan mo yung defensive philosophy ng Rizal. You saw that dive inside by Ethan Galang. The primary defender already got beat, so help side low kay Coco Pinggoy. And that corner guy, somebody's gonna rotate over there in case yung pasa mapunta doon. And really just, you have to admire how they move their feet defensively, speaking of the Golden Coolers.
Pinggoy against Sean Andrews, putting on the moves. Pinggoy loses it though. That's a turnover. Andrews, look out. Oh, he could not finish. That's short. Marilao is there trailing the play, getting those 2 points.
And when Coach said that about respecting the guards of Mindoro, oh, another beautiful play. They play both ends of the floor. That's what you get.
That's now 9 points in the game for the Claw. Michael Cañete getting a good pass coming from Coco Pinggoy.
Look at that. Look at how Apacible rotates. And everybody just peeling off on every guy that passes them up.
Perez, baseline jumper, nothing but air. Pinggoy forward to Naive. Apacible wants it. Marilao's on him. Cañete swings it to Pili. Pili was just waiting for it, Coach. He wanted it the moment they crossed half court.
Right. And if you're Mindoro, the important thing right now is to gather the troops and stay locked in, stay attached, because you cannot afford to break down because of this defensive tenacity of the Golden Coolers and the offensive efficiency.
Pili throws it away. Andrews sees Marilao.
Good pass.
Ramirez will pull out. Still a lot of time on the shot clock here for Mindoro. Ramirez, pull-up jumper, wala. Andrews gets the offensive rebound. That's a heads-up play.
Yeah. He knew he was running out of space. The next best thing to do is to find an opponent that's nearest to touch that ball as it goes out.
Our assist of the game here brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That time around, you know, the defense caught napping, trying to overplay against Mike Cañete.
Samboy De Leon making his debut here para sa Rizal Golden Coolers. That's another good contributor para sa koponan ni Coach Ralph Rivera.
Ito si Bam Gamalinda, they're gonna need his leadership and his perimeter mix just so ma-challenge yung depensa nitong Golden Coolers.
There's a foul away from play.
Yeah, the shot will not count.
Foul may itatawag laban kay Cano Caballero. First team foul on the Golden Coolers. Almost 3 minutes gone by here in the second. Gamalinda against the Pasible. Gamalinda able to sneak one in but could not get it. Apasible playing with that mask on his face. Cañete slips early. Alday, runner, gets the bounce.
I don't think Coach Ralph wanted multiple dribbles in their offensive set, but if you have Alvin Alday, that's gonna make do.
Gamalinda looking inside. Galang pops out to the left. Ethan for 3. That one's short. Long rebound chased down by RJ Ramirez. Ramirez trying to beat Samboy De Leon to the basket. He forces a miss. Rizal off and running. Caballero goes to Alday. Puts the ball on the deck. De Leon makes himself available for the pass but steps on the sideline.
Yun ang hassle pag nag-receive ka ng 1-2 na step sa sideline. Chances are you're gonna step on that line.
Timeout on the floor here. The Mindoro Tamaraws will be the one to burn one. They're down by 15, 29-14.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
50 si Manny.
Kanipaya. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Check out our special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer now from 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Technical foul is called on Rizal, number 9, Samboy De Leon, for violating the
Samboy
uniform
De Leon
protocol.
is called for the technical for violating the uniform protocol. Samantala, let's check out the next 3 games of the Mindoro Tamaraws. April 5, they will be facing the Parañaque Patriots. A week after that, it's going to be the Zamboanga Sikat. And on April 23, they face the defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And just like their previous games of itong Mindoro, those are very winnable games against those next 3 teams. So really just having to sustain consistency, I guess. And yung game nila sa San Juan, sayang, no? They were down, 3 na lang. If not for that basket by Dexter Marquez.
They have the pieces to succeed here in this league.
Yeah.
It's really just being consistent and finishing strong,
Yep.
especially in the end game.
Yun nga yung pinag-uusapan natin at the start of the games, that sa dami ng mga piyesa, so si Gamalinda make that basket right there, and they're gonna need more of that from him. Sa dami ng piyesa lumipat sa iba't ibang team, yung mga kupunan na talagang mabilis makapag-gel, yun ang may advantage kaagad, eh, no?
And Eric Camson committing an offensive foul there. Trying to make space for the shot.
And even on chances when he doesn't do good, you know, you see him having a lot of fun on the floor.
Nice to see that enthusiasm coming from a former PBA player.
And good to see him smile from once in a while. Medyo intense madalas, eh.
Galang on the left side. Gamalinda scored earlier para sa Mindoro. Rosso gets it to Galang. Now it's with Andrews. Andrews scratches and scores. A scoop shot there coming from Ashawn Andrews.
I'd like to say that's the best offensive set so far we've seen from Mindoro. Quickly moving that ball around, trying to find the open spot, and ending up with Ashawn Andrews scoring.
Second field goal attempt, first basket, but Alvin Alday, he's always ready to shoot.
Yun ang problema kay Alvin Alday. Sabi nga ni Coach Christian in one of the comments, walang bad shot. Walang bad shot kay Alvin Alday.
Walang bad shot sa kanya. Rosso airballs the 3. Gamalinda finger rolls it inside for 2 points. 12 ang kalamangan ng Rizal. Caballero skips a pass forward to Samboy De Leon. They're now into their front court. The show by Galang. Caballero trying to lose him. Alday spins into the middle, puts up a shot. Well defended by Mindoro. Now the Tamaraw is running. Oh, that's a travel.
Yeah. Sayang, that was a mismatch already with Ethan Galang having his primary defender being Keanu.
This is our play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sean Andrews, it's been up and down also for him this season, Coach.
But you've seen, flashes of brilliance from Sean Andrews. And, he's trying to earn his spot on the floor.
But I have no doubt that if he continues to get playing time here from Coach Rodney Santos, which I'm sure he will, he can be one of the best up-and-coming players here in the league soon.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. In their last game, he was, 2 out of 2 from the field? And he got 1 steal in 11 minutes of action. Kaya yung sinasabi mo, if he gets the minutes, he's really just gonna make do with and do everything to earn more minutes.
Well, he had a good game in their victory against Binyan.
Yes, agree.
He was the hero of that one, upsetting the Tatakjel on their home floor. There's a timeout here. The Rizal Golden Coolers will talk things over. 32-20 pa rin ang score natin dito.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Eric Capson against the Sarangani Grippers scored 16 points and grabbed 13 rebounds and dished out 3 assists, 50% shooting in this game para kay Eric Capson, the former Adamson Soaring Falcon.
And you know what, Javi? He is primarily one of the reasons why rebounds have been really good, significantly up for Rizal. From 42 rebounds in 2024, they're getting roughly about 50. That's a +8 rebounds, all because you've got these new guys coming in, especially with Eric Capson.
At malaking plus yun sa rebounding department para sa Mindoro. And that's why they've also been getting a lot more opportunities to shoot as Andrews goes 2 for 2 from the line.
As a matter of fact, when you say a lot more opportunities to shoot, yung field goal attempts nila +7 din eh. So talagang nakikinabang ka dito sa mga piyesang kinuha nila Coach Ralph.
Caballero trying to work against this zone of Mindoro. Caballero gets past Rosso off the glass. Floater is good para kay Keanu Caballero.
Take a look at that situation right there. Keanu Caballero had that ball on the wing. On the corner was Alwin Alday. He just had to beat the primary defender because that guy defending Alwin is going to stay attached. And so that lane's going to be open for him on that floater, which is exactly what happened to Keanu.
Gamalinda tried to get one over Capson, but Eric wins that matchup. He saves it to Alvin Alday. There's the double from Mindoro. Caballero. Oh, no looks a pass to De Leon, but almost intercepted by Mindoro. But you see, Coach, the composure of Keanu Caballero, despite the pressure defense of the Tamaraws in the backcourt, still staying strong with the basketball.
And really just keeping steady with how he plays. I mean, 6 assists niya per game, napakalaking tulong yan para dito sa rotation ng bola for the Golden Coolers.
Akalain mo na talagang ang hirap rin niya itulak, ha?
Oo. Tibay rin eh, no?
Lakas rin ng katawan.
Oo.
He's deceiving, for a guy his size.
But Keanu Caballero has always brought with him a lot of guard experience. He's played with a lot of really good coaches and really good teams. I understand he played for Taguig as well, and under coach being Victoria, if I'm not mistaken. And just solid system player right there.
Also played for Zamboanga and Pasay.
Now that one with Pasay also, you know, Coach Marlon, you're gonna get a lot out of Coach Marlon if you play under him.
And Coach Ralph Rivera, also one of the best young coaches here in the league.
Agree.
He's trying to prove a point this season with this current roster of his.
Agree. And that really got showcased more as you see Bam again hit another jumper. That got showcased a lot in that game against Batangas. I mean, the crucial parts of the game. Oh, another steal here.
Andrew, sidestep off the glass, could not finish. De Leon forward to Alday, gets it to Balagtas. Balagtas, wala. Kamson is there on the left side. Si Axel Inigo lang naman yung nasa harap niya.
Yeah. May mga pagkakataon ng gano'n last season, wala na. Turnover na yun, takbuhan na sa kabila. But since you have Eric right there, again, extra possession and possible make.
It's nice to see that kahit si Kamson tumatakbo rin eh.
Oo.
Gamalinda, talagang pinapahirapan ni Eric. And Kamson, again, forcing another stop there. And I like that Coach Ralph Rivera is allowing Kamson to bring up the basketball and get it into their set. Caballero, the second cutter.
Oh, yeah. And the Mindoro defense right now, and as much as the scoring has varied from one player to another, I mean, how many players have scored right now? 1 to 5, all the starters have scored, and 3 other off the bench guys have scored. So that's a total of 8 players scoring on different parts of the game that you have to be conscious defending against.
De Leon pushing and pushing. De Leon all the way to the cup, coast to coast. Para kay Samboy De Leon.
Make that 9 players now who have scored here for the Golden Coolers. Top built by Alday, who's got 5, and Caballero rather, who's got 8, followed by Alday, who's got 5. Cañeta's got 9 too.
That's a quick trigger galing kay Gamalinda. See how many players from Rizal try to get that rebound para sa kanila. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Kamson. Cross court
Oh, wow.
to Alday. That one's short. Comboy is off and running but could not get to the pass.
You see that pass ba? From the post all the way to the wing side by Eric Kamson.
Ang hirap ng pasa na
Oo,
yun. Saktong-sakto pa eh.
Lumusot sa lahat ng defender.
This is our fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Six seconds to go here. Kamson, I think he's going to take this. Kamson for 3, no good. And that's going to do it. First 20 minutes of action in the books between Mindoro and Rizal.
Yeah, and as much as they've got this really huge lead, you know, yung connection talaga ng bawat players. You see that after that missed shot by Eric Kamson, you know, guys say that's okay. And, you know, they're really having a lot of fun.
40-24 is the score. 16 ang lamang dito ng Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan, tulungan ang nangangailangan, basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
pasensyoso, naghanap ng paraan, at tumuloy lang kung ano nakita niya.
Dario splits the lead. Checo, Dario! Basket and one!
Oh man, see that, Jack?
Strong finish.
Wow.
Coming from the former Meralco ball.
That counter, he knew that help was gonna come in and he wanted to split that defense and then finish through contact. Perez going middle and spinning the baseline side. Ashton Andrews.
Look out. Ashton Andrews with a through-handed slam.
Oh, don't you just love the athleticism being full display here for Ashton Andrews.
And you could really sense yung mentality niya, no? He's not even bothered by the lead. Plays really hard.
Oh.
The screen. Gabo. The drive. The kick to Josh. Fontanilla for three. No. Fontanilla gets it back. Fontanilla nowhere to go. Fontanilla puts it up and gets the bounce. 2 points para kay Josh Fontanilla.
Wow. Talk about resilience. Josh had a hard time trying to figure out how to score. Defense was all over him. Feet work, as the term of Coach Christian would be, ended up with that lucky bounce.
Big basket para kay Josh Fontanilla to Oligario. JR attacking the middle. Again, manufacturing a shot inside the paint. JR Oligario.
Second time we've seen that move this game from Oligario. Guys, if you're aspiring guards like Oligario, watch this guy's footwork.
Jamil Gabawan with 5 seconds left. Caloocan still has a chance. Casin. The heave. Oh my goodness! Sinukat niya, Coach Mike. Vince Casin.
He measured that real good. Oh my. I've been seated here for some games, but to see a lot of these heaves going in, this just makes
It looked good, Coach.
Right, it looked good. You see that? Sinukat niya. Diba? Tansyado.
Correct.
3.5 to go here in the fourth. 73-69, Pampanga ahead. Gabo.
Oh, what a move! Oh! My goodness!
Now you see me. Now you don't hesitate, Gabo. Houdini move.
Well, he caught everybody with that hesitation and then got it to the lane. Pinoy step, side step, whatever you call it, Euro step. Still a getaway move.
Namson rolls.
Oy! Oy!
Oy!
Wow!
What a move! Eric Camson.
Oh, pati si Don Villamin, ang assistant coach ng Rizal, napangiti doon.
Just when you think you've seen it all from Eric Camson this season,
Ilista mo na.
he comes up with
Ilista mo na.
that yo-yo layup.
Half time.
Backdoor.
Gomez goes backdoor.
Oh no.
Mina, free for three.
Looks good.
No. The tap goes to Mabulak. Pangasinan with a chance here. 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. De Gregorio goes to the corner. Galanza knocks down the three-point shot. 94-92.
Wow! Ilagan had that shot. This backdoor and that feed for Allen Mina, Javi.
That was a wide open look for Allen Mina.
And it looked good.
But here, the Cowboys, hindi nila nailagan itong three-point shot
Oo.
ni Bong Galanza.
But I mean, you have your two best shooters right there. One perimeter guy in Mike De Gregorio and a three-pointer in Calanza. On that drive by Axel Inigo, you can already tell the defensive philosophy of the Rice Bangers. They are not allowing a straight line drive with your strong hand. You want to drive, you got to drive with your left hand.
Look at this! A rim rocker from Christian Manaytay.
Oh my! I told you about Christian Manaytay. He is just a bundle of energy. Not just on the defensive side of the floor, he just scores on different ways, including that emphatic finish to the rim. Look at this one right here. Good ball movement.
The fine Tossi to Manaytay. The hammer there to the delight of the Novo Ezijanos.
Boys, 10 seconds left. No timeout called. De Gregorio has the basketball.
against Josh Giab. De Gregorio finds Mapunak, and Mapunak gets the 2 points. 96 to 94.
Oh, wow.
1 second left. No timeout for the Cowboys. The heat for Mina. And that's gonna do it. The Heat Waves walk away with a victory.
What a series of plays right here. Look at Mike was running down the middle. Oh man, that action too.
Gomez got decked there.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
what they're trying to argue.
Right. Hesed was trying to, the other guy, I think that was Hesed, was trying to corner clear. But as that was going, Mike was pretty much, wow.
Crazy end-game finish here between these two squads. Halftime now between the Mindoro Tamaraos and the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. The home squad leading by 16 points, 40 to 24. They've been in control of this match ever since the beginning.
Yeah, it boils down to shot selection and making them. 47% field goal shooting para dito sa Rizal, and the assist, they doubled that what Mindoro had to offer. The bench was pretty good. You had what? Pili as well as Cañete and De Leon scoring and leading that turf, and just been overall fluid basketball here by Rizal, offense and defense.
Well, Sean Andrews trying to help Mindoro out of this hole, but the Rizal Golden Coolers always having an answer to any Tamaraos run in that first half.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that they also want to look at is they're all out of 13 from 3. Not because they're missing clear shots, but because the shots are even challenged by Rizal.
Nobody yet in double figures for the Tamaraos. Inigo and Gamalinda with 6 apiece. Andrews has 4. Tibayan with 3 points. Di na siya nakascore after that first quarter.
That's right.
Samantala sa kabila naman, Keanu Caballero leading the way with 10. Cañete has 9. Alday with 4. Tolentino had 4 points all in the first quarter.
Kaya pag tinignan mo ang shot selection nitong Mindoro, a lot of it has come from offensive rebounds. Defense is scrambling. 11 second chance points there, a +5 in that department. The second one is points off turnovers. Na-scramble pa rin yung depensa. Doon sila best nakaka-score. So you gotta start really with the defense in your mind if you're Mindoro, if you want to beat these guys.
Oh, Tolentino missing one at the cup. Looked like it was halfway down. Just kulang lang ang konting English dun sa shot na yun.
Pero napakaganda nitong version na to na ni Neil Tolentino. Stays with that aggression, stays with that energy, but keeps it in control.
I'm surprised that Keanu Caballero will be beginning things off the bench here in the third quarter para sa Rizal. Coco Pingoy starts in his stead. Together with Tolentino, Apasible, Cañete.
There you go.
And Naive. That's a 3-point shot coming from Ethan Galang. A missing link in the first half para sa Mindoro Tamaraos.
Yes, correct. That's their first 3-point make after 14 attempts.
Wow.
Pingoy from way downtown swishes it through.
No doubt about it, the numbers won't lie. They're number one when it comes to three-point attempts and three-point makes at 10 per game.
Imagine mo naman, they had 15 against Sarangani in their last game. And Pingoy trying to bounce back from that dismal performance against the Gripper. He was scoreless in that game.
And the thing is, you know, they play so good at defense that when they get that ball, they immediately look to run. And if they don't have that run, they set up their half-court set, which is equally impressive.
Naive got blocked there. Nice setup by Coco Pingoy, but even better defense coming from RJ Ramirez.
Yes. And that to me is just the experience of Ramirez.
Samantala, tingnan natin itong 3-point shot of the game brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Apasible near the elbow, and he drained that shot.
You know, one other guy who loves that Eric Camson and the Cañete are in here, that guy right there, John Apasible. Lahat ng bigs department sa kanya inaasa last season.
Oo,
no?
grabe.
Oh, diba?
Kasi siya lang talaga yung legit big last year eh.
Correct. Kaya, you know, if I recall this correctly from last season, when they lost their last game, the Coach Ralph, we see this beautiful setup right here for John on that perimeter jumper. Immediately after losing that last game last season, I felt that Coach Ralph immediately went to work and understood what needed to be plugged in based on how they performed in 2024.
We're here on defense right now. Cañete defending Jonas Tibayan, who goes aggressively into the middle and draws a foul. Trying to make up for his absence in the second quarter para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraws. There is si Coach Ralph Rivera. I feel like Coach Ralph Rivera is feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yep. Pero he feels a little bit better din dahil medyo lamas.
Let's go courtside to Miss Cindy Crespo.
Coach Mike, na-mention mo kanina sa first half na may piyesa talaga itong Mindoro. At sabi nga ni Coach Rodney, lumaban ang kanyang team pati ang kanilang third group with 2 homegrowns versus the San Juan Knights. But the problem was they played catch-up basketball against a stronger team. However, tonight, parang hawig pa rin ang nangyayari. There was a lot of frustration inside the locker room, mostly talking about yung tendencies nilang magkanya-kanya, minamadali yung bola at yung awareness sa loob ng court. Coach Rodney tells them, kailangan marunong tayo mag-improvise because we are a small team. We need to play our strength na takbuhan at maging matalino sa transition. Your thoughts, Coach Mike, Javi?
Maraming salamat, Sid. Coach, what do you make of that? Coach Roddy really just stated those things na talagang kailangan nilang gawin. And so far talaga, doon talaga sila hirap eh.
And that's important for coaches like Coach Rodney to be stating facts na, you know, lumaban tayo. Meron tayong mga homegrown na naglaro nung final part ng game. Natalo lang tayo ng close. But again, you cannot just turn on and turn off. The way that you play. You have to play very consistent all throughout. And yung catch-up na yun, isa na yung mga mahirap na, I guess, experience ng mga coaches. If they catch up most of the time, it's tough.
Well, I understand, Coach, that each and every player on the squad, they want to win.
Yes.
But because of that desire to win, they fall back to their individual tendencies, which just goes without saying that they are still not yet whole as a team.
Right. And again, babalik tayo. I think I said this in one of the coverage that, you know, a good team has rules, a great team has standards. And so I think dun nagkakaroon ng separation with the really good ones. So you gotta stay true to your standards, to which I feel that the Golden Coolers have really adhered to so far this season.
Oh, nice block there. Marco Balagtas, playing defense on Perez. Tibayan draws another foul, this time against Robbie Naive.
And again, you know, you don't always see them commit a foul, itong Golden Coolers.
This is our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Jonas Tibayan making the first free throw. He now has 8 points in this game, Coach Mike, after only 3 in the first half.
Yep.
Buckling down to work early here in the third quarter. Perez makes a pass to Ramirez.
There you
A
go.
follow-away jumper from RJ is good.
Yeah, a little bit better quarter here for Mindoro to start it off.
47-36 now. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Apasible, that's a quick trigger. Long rebound goes to Ethan Galang. Galang against Tolentino. Behind the back to Perez. Perez hangs, left it short. That's last touch on Perez.
And it's important for him to continue to attack. Tama yung ginagawa niya. Don't default na meron naman akong senior na mas what have you. I mean, it's got to start from somewhere. If it's your turf, and go out and contribute.
Coach Rodney Santos will use his challenge here. And they feel like it was last touch on Rizal. Just past the 6-minute mark of third quarter. At 11 ang inahabol dito ng Mindoro.
The challenge made by Mindoro Tamaraos is successful.
It's a successful challenge for the Mindoro Tamaraos. So they will keep the basketball here. Looks like it's going to be a baseline throw-in para dito sa kapunan ni Coach Rodney Santos. Tingnan dito, Perez had the first hand in it, but Balagtas was the one who tipped it outside.
Right. So this is a chance to make this a single-digit deficit here from a high of what, 16 or 19 rather.
Galang fouled inside. Nakanakaw doon ng Mindoro. Tolentino saying he got all ball. Of course, that's what he's gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Una pa lang naman yan, laban kay Neil Tolentino. Ethan Galang, once again at the free throw line. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Galang now with 7 points in this game. One out of two para kay Ethan Galang, coming out of the University of the East. Lead is 10 for the Golden Coolers. Little pressure defense here being shown by the Tamaraos.
Oh, man.
But they're able to get it inside to Kamson, who was very patient inside.
Iba di ba?
Hindi siya nararatel eh. You don't see any sign of him being so troubled with all of the pressure that's been around him. Wala eh.
It's like you feel like the game seems to be very slow for Eric Kamson.
I mean, he's had tons of experience already in his career.
Yeah.
A veteran, even if it's his first season lamang dito sa MPBL.
Yeah. And he fits well in this Rizal Golden Coolers team.
And I feel like for him, there was really not much of a need to adjust to the physicality because he's a physical player.
Yes,
He
agreed.
has always been. And that's why it wasn't something that he had to adjust to. At alam niya na kahit papano, angat pa rin naman siya sa maraming player dito eh.
Oo. Tsaka huwag natin kakalimutan, bumabantay ng mga import yan sa mga bigs galing sa
Mismo.
PBA.
Exactly. Much taller players, much bigger players than him.
Agree.
49-37. Kamson, quick rip to the baseline. Oh, decelerates and gets the score. The one-hander and falling away from the basket, Eric Kamson.
Ibang klase yun. Paano mo bababantay? Ito naman nakangiti pa.
Diba, nakawala bahagya sa depensa, but that was a tough shot right there. He had to bleed for those 2 points. That's 10 points in the game para kay Jonas Tibayan. Eric Camson. Dex. Jonas Tibayan. It's like the teacher
Yeah.
making a lesson in the classroom to the student. There you see Coach Ralph Rivera.
And itong Mindoro, they're still pretty much in striking distance.
Oh naman, Coach.
They're just down 12. They were down by as much as 19 earlier. They did a good job. They had an opportunity to make this a single-digit deficit, but really just couldn't produce in that baseline out of bounds.
Tibayan's a bit shaken up after that one. Let's take a look at what happened. Si Camson here. Ayun, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Binangga niya ng solid eh. Tapos I think may siko pa eh.
Yep. Sure, looks like
It was the brunt of that shoulder. And then, nakalawit pa yung siko kasi after.
Oh.
Well, in my opinion, there might be an unsportsmanlike foul here.
Yeah, most likely.
But I don't think it's going to be enough to be a disqualifying one.
Yeah. They're just sending a message.
Pretty much, yeah. Usually kasi ganyan ng mga veterano eh. Especially ng mga unang
Upon review,
panahon.
it was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 13.
Ayun na nga, unsportsmanlike foul ang itatawag laban kay Eric Camson. Excessive hard contact is the category. That's going to be number 3 against the former Adamson Falcon. And going back to what I was saying, minsan yan ang ginagawa pag medyo namimihasa ka na nakakapasok ka sa loob.
Oh.
Puro drive ka na sa loob.
Yeah.
Para medyo magkaroon ka ng konting takot.
Correct. Lalo na ngayon, siya ang leading scorer para dito sa Mindoro Tamaros. He's got 10 and he's shooting 3 out of 5 from the field.
Tibayan gets both.
And Jonas is staying true to his name. He's
I'm
Tibayan.
sorry, no. Yeah, 1 out of 2 lang pala.
Yeah, he's staying true to his name. He's Tibayan. Diba? Tatag din yan. Di basta magigiba.
Well, after dealing with Eric Camson, now he has to deal with John Apasible, who's now guarding him. Perez sees an opening, could not finish at the basket. Balagtas gets the rebound for Rizal. Caballero leaves it for De Leon. Samboy for 3, overshoots it. Ramirez looks forward. Bienes trying to seal out. Ito si Marco Balagtas, but they turn it over. Alday, hindi maagawan dun ni Ramirez. It ends up with Samboy De Leon, and De Leon puts it up and in.
Yeah, sayang yung opportunity na yun sa baba. You caught it real good. Bienes was actually sealing off, but hindi nakita ni RJ.
Perez gives it up. Bienes now swings it to Andrews. The baseline drive met by the defense of Samboy De Leon. There's a foul called against Rizal. Second display of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Tingnan mo nga naman yun.
Ang bilis na ng rip papunta sa baseline.
Tapos sobrang bagal ng sidestep.
Nagdi-decelerate pa eh, no?
Ibang klase. Tsaka iba rin talaga pag malaki yung kamay mo. Eh, no? Pag dadakot na dakot mo talaga yung bola.
At saka feeling ko si Eric, you know, he always sees the next play.
Yes.
Yeah, he always sees that.
And that's something that experience teaches you.
Oh, yeah.
Sa dami mo ba namang nakitang mga ganyang klaseng mga galawan, eh, hindi ka ba matututo?
Oo.
De Leon, siya na nagtawid dito. Caballero will set it up. Alday. Swings it to Keanu. Caballero trying to set up Perez on the screen by Apasible. Alday trying to lose Sedorifa. That's good tight defense shown there by the Tamaras.
And again, makikita mo yung point guard mentality ni Keanu Caballero. Same play earlier with Alvin Alday in the corner. He drove. But dito hindi siya nag-drive dahil nasa corner niya si De Leon. Eh. Feeling niya he-help yung, yung corner guy.
Tibayan, the drop step, had to adjust. Jonas Tibayan hanging in the air and scoring.
Getting some from the playbook of Eric Camson.
Exactly.
Good move.
Actually, kung titignan mo, halos pareho rin yung playstyle nila. Eh, no?
Oo.
Medyo mas mabilis lang to ng konti si Jonas dahil mas bata.
Oo. I guess mas ano lang, mas...
Check out our Gixxer. Great move of the game. Born for greatness. Ito nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Mike Perez. Tibayan showing us sa Kamson.
Right.
Caballero off the pin down. Takes his time. Three-pointer down the drain. That's good para kay Keanu Caballero.
How many times in the previous teams that he's played have you heard Keanu Caballero sink so much threes? Very rarely. And now he's taking it with a lot of confidence because he understands it's within the flow of the offense.
Bienes. Ay tuwaya gets Balagtas. Put him up in the air. Left that one short. Sedorifa couldn't get the offensive rebound. Rizal. Could they extend this 14-point lead?
Good defense there by Mindoro.
Balagtas wants it to Caballero. Keanu. Heat check. That one short.
Yep. That was good defense. Pinahirapan pumasa.
That's gonna mean free throws para kay Joseph Sedorifa.
Yeah.
Who has yet to score in this game, by the way. Sedorifa is 0 out of 4 from the field. Actually, Nico, nagbabalik dito para kay Coach Rodney Santos.
It's been quite a while since we've seen Axel, no? He's actually 3 out of 6 from the field.
Pasalamatan natin ng LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Sedorifa missing from the free throw line. 0 out of 1 now. 2 minutes and change remaining here in this third quarter. Sedorifa counts the second.
And they're gonna need more from Sedorifa. Any guy that can help Jonas Tibayan, they'll gladly take, I'm sure.
Caballero on to Pili. Balagtas demanding it against Sedorifa. Marco steps on the baseline.
Again, another good defensive stop here for Mindoro, but you have to score on your side of the floor.
Ayun nga yung naging problema nila, Coach. Various games also this season. There will always be a stretch of brilliance para dito sa Mindoro. Tapos mapapalya na naman. Tapos mahihirapan na silang ibalik.
Correct. Alaman nila, wala nang oras. No? Nagagahol na sila.
Pero makikita mo talaga na may potential.
Oo.
Inigo, catch and fire. No good. Tibayan the offensive rebound. Against 3 black shirts. Couldn't get it at the basket. Sedorifa fights for it. The bounce pass. Tibayan is there again.
Again. How do they score? Offensive rebounds, points of turnovers. Rarely do you see them scoring on a half-court set-up defense by the Golden Coolers.
Gusto nga kita tanungin, Coach, hindi ba parang mali na si Tibayan ang leading scorer nila?
Oo nga, no? Dapat may iba pa. Feeling mo like, I don't know, Axel or some other guy. Usually it was Ethan Galang as one of the top scorers, but right now, how many does he have? Ethan Galang has 7 on a 2 out of 3 shooting.
Yeah, but other than Tibayan, no other guy is in double figures yet.
Right.
Sean Andrews picks up his first personal. Danny Marilao set to check in para kay Coach Rodney Santos.
Ito yung mga situation na kinakailangan mong may volume shooter ka, no? To which what Alwin Alday was last season for Rizal.
Well, Combo is supposed to be that guy para sa Tamaraos, but in this game, it hasn't really panned out yet. Coach Rodney Santos will take another challenge here. Nagbabalik ang MPBL.
The challenge of Mindoro Tamaros was successful. There was no foul on Ashley Andrews.
On 2 successful challenges in this game para sa Mindoro Tamaraos. This was the last one. Andrews was called for that foul initially, but after the review, our referees ruled in the favor of the Tamaraos. I think this is the first game this season kung saan nagka 2 out of 2 successful challenges ang isang komponente.
Oo nga. Agree.
Rizal still keeps possession. But Apasible makes a basket there to beat the buzzer. Wala nga foul, kaso may basket naman para sa Rizal.
Habol mo dito, 2-for-1 dapat if you're Mindoro.
Seduripa thought that Andrews was gonna stay on that corner.
Yeah. Andrews would have been better off coming off the wing on a downhill 45 cut than it is on the baseline. That one's tough.
Ay, looper right there gang kay John Apasible. Balagtas quickly to Alday. Pili. Shot fired, no good.
I'm telling you, if Pili starts connecting those shots in the same volume that he did that in what? Marikina ba yun?
Marikina, yes.
Oh man. There's gonna be more problems with the other teams.
Turnover, Danny Marilao. Caballero. No look. Apasible. Oh, couldn't get the basket. Sa lahat naman ang pwede mong imintis. So, yun pa talaga.
Yeah, I'm sure that one got away.
Definitely. I mean, after you make a difficult shot, you miss a relatively easier one. You now take a look at the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
There's really not much to say so much other than, you know, the Mindoro Tamaraos have been keeping it close, but he couldn't get over that double-digit deficit.
It's been a crazy ride right here for the Mindoro Tamaraos. Up and down, but ultimately ending in down here by 13 still. But they still have a full quarter to try and overcome this deficit, 58-45.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Nahati mo, si Manny!
Check out our Gixxer fans of the game, born for greatness. Some fans here inside the Inares Center 2 in Montalban, Rizal, the newest home court of the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers after playing in neutral venues this season. First home defense tonight ng Rizal Golden Coolers. Check out our special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer from 1xBet. We welcome you to the final 10 minutes of this game between the Rizal Golden Coolers and the Mindoro Tamaraos. This is Javi Pananya, joined by Coach Mike Perez. Vicente Crespo is at courtside. Quarter scoring on your screens. Every quarter, Mindoro has been improving.
I agree. But you gotta stop Rizal as well. And every opportunities that you have to try and score a little bit more, just like this one, you gotta go and grab it.
Oh, this is a good start to the quarter. That's a three-point shot from the left side. Galing kay Ray Bienes. Sampo ang hinahabol dito ng Mindoro Tamaraos.
I think this is the closest that they've gone to, right? Down 10. Get a good stop.
Caballero lobs it inside. Eye in the sky to John Apasible.
And that's just chemistry right there. I don't know how else you describe that. Kiano had Danny Marilao on in Bienes for a 3. Looks good.
Short though. Alday almost lost it. Body's on the floor. Pili is down. Balagtas leaves it. Alday scoop shot and in. Still one of the best finishers in the league. No matter what defense is in front of him, he will not be afraid to put up a shot.
And you know, you've got a really good team when it's the secondary passer that feeds leading to that score.
Inigo misfires from the outside. Caballero ahead. That's going to be a foul against Danny Marilao. We bring to you our fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday Karaoke. Ano ba itong X-Pop speaker na ito? May kasama na kaya itong mic?
Oo, tingin ko may kasama na yan.
Mike Perez.
Hindi.
Danny Marilao, upo muna dito para kay Coach Rodney Santos. Balik sa laro si Jonas Tibayan. Balagtas, fakes the three. Pick out, Pili. Middle drive, lost it. Recovers. 4 on the shot clock. Alday, he loves that spot. Left that one short. Comboy now pushing. Perez. Challenge Pili up in the air. Tibayan, offensive rebound. Multiple fakes. No. Dip in, wala. And that's going to be last touch on. I don't know, even our referees don't. It's a jump ball, possession arrow pointing the side of the Golden Coolers. This is our play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ibang klase naman talaga yung pagkaka-locate na yun ni Keanu Caballero.
Perez picks up his third personal foul. Mindoro already with 2 team fouls here to begin the fourth quarter.
It's the assists that's been a clear difference as well. Really just sharing that ball and finding the open man. Itong Golden Coolers.
Balagtas receives the inbound and gets it across. Marco loses it. They're saying it's going to stay. 18 still on the 24.
That was a good read defensively by Mindoro Tamaraos. You know that once he gets into that baseline, there is a spin that's going to come. And you have to steal off the spin.
Baseline throw-in.
Ganda naman ng
Kumikinang yung sapatos.
Ganda naman, no?
I think that's the new James Harden.
Well.
Yeah, I think so. Di kasi ako masyadong Adidas fan.
Oh, yeah. Si Riley, maka-Adidas yun.
Talaga?
Yeah. There are certain models that he likes.
Balagtas in the middle. Ito Harden rin suot ito ni Eric Pili.
Yeah.
As a foul away from play. Sino yung natamaan ni Keanu Caballero?
Perez yata.
Let's go courtside to Miss Sidney Crespo.
Happy Coach Mike, makapal nga ang jacket ni Coach Ralph ngayong gabi because he is not feeling well. This is actually a flu game for him. Pero buti na nga lang daw, nakakagaan ng pakiramdam ang kanilang separation mula nung first half. And when you talked about standards, Coach Mike, parang ito yung dinidescribe ni Coach Ralph na because of their good moments this season, i-expect mo na palagi na hindi agad mag-give up ang Rizal Golden Coolers. He also said that this standard is now the reason of this growing fan base in Rizal. Kaya kita nyo naman, mula Game 2, halos puno at maingay na ang Inares Center 2. They're gaining more fans since they start winning more games. This time, they want to start winning at home. Happy Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Sid. Nice report there. Kitang-kita actually kasi pati sa mukha ni Coach Ralph na parang may sakit nga eh. Di lang dahil sa jacket eh.
Oo.
Parang medyo baba yung mata eh.
Actually, kahit wala yung jacket eh, no?
Oo eh, kahit from afar eh.
Yeah. Totoo yun.
Well, we hope that Coach Ralph will get well soon. But despite that, I mean, kanina nakaupo lang siya eh, pero ngayon di niya na mabagilan.
Tsaka nakakatuwa yung them gaining yung fan base dito for especially getting this home game here. Cedrifa knocks down a 3.
And he makes that 62-51. But again, it's the stops here by Mindoro.
Yes.
That they should gain, especially here in the fourth quarter. Jerry Pingoy is back in the game.
Now they're playing man-on-man here.
Look who's set to check in for the Golden Coolers. Tolentino, Camson, and Cañete.
Oh, man.
Balagtas short on the three-point shot. Offensive rebound for Pili. Puts it up and in.
You know, much as we talk about Caballero, Eric Camson, you gotta give Eric Pili his piece. I mean, he was the primary scorer for Marikina, but now he's defending. He's a very scrappy player that's earning his touches and his points.
Tibayan denied access there by Apasible. Pingoy for 3.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Woo, woo, woo. Kisses to the crowd. Galing kay Coco Pingoy. 6 points in the game. 3-pointer number 2. Coming from the former back-to-back UAP Juniors MVP. Pingoy with a steal. He picks the pocket of Perez, leaves it for Pili. Wow. Impressive play there. Defense to offense for the Rizal Golden Coolers.
Somebody's got to put that couple of consecutive baskets as the plays of the day for these guys. I mean, really just sharing the ball and finding open teammates.
Yan ang Jerry Pingoy na kilala ko.
Yes.
Sedorifa from downtown, no. You know, it would be so scary to bring down the ball against Pingoy back then, in high school especially. Kuhang-kuha niya yung pag-iikot ka. But si Eric Pili, kuhang-kuha niya yung kanyang tira ngayon, galing sa labas. This is now a 21-point lead, just like that, Coach.
And before the sequence of baskets from Rizal, we actually were talking about Eric Pili. And in all those baskets recently, I mean, Eric Pili's name is in there. Either he passes it off or he's the one who makes those baskets.
Sedorifa and Pingoy getting into it.
You don't want any of this.
That's going to be double technical.
Right.
Wow, it's really getting heated up here. Physicality is increasing. Tingnan natin yung nangyari. No? Sedorifa was trying to get position against Pingoy. Pero nakahawa kasi siya eh. Ayun eh.
No, yeah. But if you look at how Coco actually defended that, he was actually just helping a peel off defensively, diba? His teammate got beat, and so he's the next guy that's supposed to defend against that. He understood that it was going to be a post-up, and so, you know, you got to make it difficult for him to get the post.
Pingoy is third. Technical foul on Coco Pingoy. Technical foul on Joseph Sedoripa. Both were unsportsmanlike behavior.
So it's a foul on Pingoy, a personal foul, and a technical foul, which makes him have 4 now. Foul in the technical manner para dito kay Sedorifa. It was a double team, just like you mentioned. Ayun.
Yung bump pa lang, hindi nagustuhan ni Sedorifa. That was a strong bump right through the chest of Sedorifa.
Matigas talaga bumangga mga Bisaya.
Oo.
Ibang klase ang pisikalan sa Cebu.
Oo.
Lahat ng mga Bisaya kong teammate dati nun, nagsasakit ka kape.
Talaga?
Ay, kalaban pala.
Kalaban.
Sa practice. Yung practice talaga namin dati, bugbugan talaga eh. So, Labayan will come in para dito kay Coco Pingoy. And penalty na dito ang Mindoro Tamaraw. So, their next foul will put a Rizal Golden Cooler on the free throw line.
Pero yung guardia ng kanina, kita mo, fell on the floor right there.
Absolutely no need to rush here for the Golden Coolers. They have all the time in the world to spare. Naive. Isolated here against Bienes. The spin. Naive. Tough look. Picked off by Ino Comboy. Comboy leaves it for Tibayan. That's an easy finish para sa Tamaraws.
Again, when do they score? Points of turnovers. Force them to turnover, run the other way.
That's now 17 points in the game para kay Jonas Tibayan. Ino Comboy making that nice pass on the break to his big man running the floor. This is still a 19-point lead they're staring at.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Check out our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Fans of the game pala. As we take a look at the whole section there. Dito sa Inares Center 2 in Montalban, Rizal. Very happy to see their Rizal Golden Coolers for the first time this year. The 4-0 Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.
And ito na yung fan base na sinasabi ni Coach Ralph na they're starting to gain a following here. And just love the people showing up tonight.
This is a good crowd for a Tuesday night.
Right.
I expect this to be even more filled up as Rizal wins more games this season.
Agree.
Especially if they go up against teams in the upper echelon of our team standings. One on the shot clock, and
man.
able to bail them out. Everything just falling for Mindoro, for Rizal rather, in this game.
Oh, man. Lahat na lang pumapasok. Ganda na ng ano mo, offense mo. You know, you're still making these difficult shots.
And they tie their average with 10 threes here in this game. Ramirez to take it back, no? Eric Camson pulls down that rebound.
And I like that Labayan gets his time on the floor to close out this game. I mean, you don't know where this confidence, time that he has on the floor takes you later on in the season.
Tolentino to Cañete. Cañete almost got another three-pointer there para sa Rizal. Comboy, scoreless still in this game, by the way. Another turnover for the Tamaraos. Cañete gets the score on the break. Pinakita pa.
Oo. Tuwa si
77 to 53.
Tuwa si Tolentino. Comboy's got to start taking control now. There you go.
Comboy finally making a basket there para sa Mindoro Tamaraos.
Yeah, he's got to take over now.
1 out of 6.
This is a huge deficit to come back from with that much time remaining.
Itong Mindoro, as we take a look at Centro Manny Pacquiao. Now, I think leaving the venue. Maraming salamat sa ating founder for once again gracing us with his presence. I think this is the most that he's been present in a season so far.
Agree.
I'm not sure.
And the places that he's gone to, diba, mga pinuntahan niya.
Oh, minsan yung iba, minomotor niya pa eh.
Right.
Yung sa Isabela pa lang eh.
Oh yeah, nagmotor siya pupunta doon?
Yes.
Wow.
Muntikan pa nga hindi umabot eh. Talagang hinarurot na raw eh.
6 players.
There's a technical foul on the floor here. I think Tolentino will be called for it.
And what you also love about itong the Golden Coolers, the players are very high character players.
Yes, I agree.
You know, much as like Tolentino is pretty much a very passionate guy, pero once he went in here, he's just, adhered to the standards of Coach Ralph.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Was that an air ball?
Yes.
That's Edward Labayan. Third point guard off the bench in this game para sa Rizal. Comboy, the two-man game with Perez. Inside, Naive, right in front of him. Natamaan niya ata siya sa likod ni Jeric Serrano pero wala nang pinito. We're now in the final 2 minutes of this one. And by the looks of it, the Golden Coolers seem to be cruising to their 5th straight victory to open the season. Ramirez breaks away from Naive's watch but still could not finish. Perez wala pa rin. Second serving. Good there para kay Jason Perez. Itong Mindoro, coach, you could liken them to what Basilan is also experiencing.
I agree. merong mga teams, actually, just like Basilan, that you mentioned it, na very capable of getting those wins, pero just a matter of really coming together to play as a unit. But the good thing is, you're losing these early games, pero you have the rest of the season to catch up. You
Ito
have a
nga
lot
yung
of
maganda
games. Oh,
Ang hirap rin naman kasi kung nagpapanalo ka sa umpisa, tapos sa dulo ka pa madadali. Mas
Yes.
masakit yun eh.
yes. Another-
Ethan Galang making it more bearable here for the Mindoro Tamaraws. 10 points
Right.
in the game para sa kanya.
Right.
But also the problem of losing games early is that your morale will go down a lot, and it's up to management and the coaching staff, and of course the rest of the team, to help bring that back up and build it back up.
Correct. And I mean, let's face it, winning heals everything, and so you got to start winning with the next few games.
I'm sorry, that's Jerome Perez. I said Jason earlier. Jerome Perez getting fouled there. Charles Texan also being given action here by Coach Ralph Rivera.
You see, if Mindoro won that game against Imos Brotherhood and they won that close game against San Juan, it would have been what, 2-2 right now, right? 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2 or 3-1.
Oh, 3-1, Coach.
Right. And those were close games. And so heading into this game, it would have been a different level of confidence if they had that record. Very similar to how Pangasinan was last season.
Correct. So tomorrow we will have another set of games for you. And actually, at the end of the week, the Tamaraws will be having their first home defense
Yeah.
of the season. So I'm sure that's something that they're looking forward to.
Yeah. And you guys are gonna be there, right?
Correct, yes. So ang mga taga-Kalapan sa Mindoro, abangan nyo kami dyan sa Sentrong Pagkabataan on Saturday, April 5 for the Tamaraws' first home defense of the season. And that's gonna do it. The Rizal Golden Coolers improved to 5-0, while the Mindoro Tamaraws dropped down to 1-5 to begin this season.
And these wins by Rizal have really come against strong teams, really good teams, just like Mindoro. And so, good start here for Rizal. You really just got to sustain it even further. And we understand with how the team is really built and how they've been performing that this should continue.
They've been able to win against Basilan, Manila, Batangas City, and just recently Sarangani, and now itong Mindoro Tamaraws. Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Is Keanu Caballero.
Yeah, 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. Had a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists, and 1 steal. And he's just been that good of a player for Coach Rao.
Just very steady. Ito si Keanu Caballero. Again, the final score 77-61. Rizal winning this one over Mindoro. Let's go courtside to Miss Sydney Crespo.
Kasama ko nga ating best player of the game. Very familiar na tayo sa kanya this season. Keanu Caballero. Keanu, congratulations. The streak continues, no? Hindi nyo hinayaan na makakonect itong guards at wings ng Mindoro. Meanwhile kayo, ang ganda ng pasahan. Kitang-kita ang chemistry ng Rizal.
Ngayon, ginawa lang naman namin yung trabaho namin sa loob ng court. Tapos, syempre, dinoble effort lang namin yung laro namin. Kasi, syempre, home court, bagong home court namin to. Kailangan mapakita namin sa buong Rizal na kaya namin.
Sabi nga ni Coach Ralph, mabigat ang inyong April schedule. Meeting Abra, Caloocan, San Juan. Gaano nakahanda ang Rizal to meet the top teams in the North?
Pinaghahandaan namin yung mga darating na games namin. Syempre, alam naman natin yung buong April namin, Abra, Caloocan, San Juan, malalakas talaga. Kaya doon sa training pa lang bakbakan na kami.
Exciting games yan, Keanu. Sino mga gusto mong batian?
Syempre, nagpapasalamat ako sa itaas, kay Panginoon. Binigay sa amin yung lakas at talino at yun,
yung asawa ko na nandyan, yung anak ko, Nicole and Zoe, na laging nandyan sa laro namin. Tapos on behalf of po ng Team Rizal, binabati at nagpapasalamat po kami sa aming punong lungsod na sina Governor Nini Inares, Governor Ito Inares at kay Mayor Junjun Inares. Nagpapasalamat din po kami sa Rizal Team Owner sa Golden Coolers na sila Sir Jaime Lim at Boss Joel Conde at sa Centro Mall na sila Sir Alex Cruz at Sir Sandre Cruz. Salamat din po sa mga sponsors ng Team Rizal, Centro Mall, Golden Coolers, Dreamwave, Powerhouse, Clothing, and Anytime Fitness. Pati na yung magulang ko, mga kamag-anak ko sa Mandaluyong, sa Bulacan, yung kamag-anak ng asawa ko, Piñapel Family, Caballero, Arroyo, pati na rin po yung mga kaibigan ko sa Mandaluyong. Yung pati sa Bulacan na lagi sumusuporta sa amin, tsaka yung buong Rizal na laging nandito sa amin.
Alright, thank you so much and congratulations once again, Keanu Caballero, our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sid. Congratulations once again to Rizal for winning their 5th straight ball game. Tomorrow, our games at the West Arena in Valenzuela City. Quezon City faces the Iligan Isabela Cowboys at 4 o'clock p.m. Right after that, it's going to be Marikina going up against the Zamboanga Sikat. And our main game, the Val City Magic, making their first home defense against the Binyanta Takjel. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Inares Center 2 in Montalban, Rizal. For my partner, Coach Mike Perez, and for our courtside reporter, Ms. Sydney Crespo, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew, this has been Javi Palanya saying good night from Rizal. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.